Hello and welcome to Level Up Level 6. I don't know if that's, I don't know if I used to say that sort of thing, but anyway, the guys have left Trebor Mints, they've left Tribor, and they are now
We're a
level
minty
6.
bit stronger.
They are a minty bit stronger. Well done, Stuart. That's wonderful. And for that, I'm going to be coming to you first in a second. So
Give me
they're now.
inspiration instead. Like,
You've got it already, haven't you?
I was going to say,
used
you've
the last
probably got one.
Have you used it? I don't remember. It's been so long.
He stockpiles it.
Yeah.
The one he's allowed.
I'll tell you what. You can have an NFT of inspiration.
oh, thanks.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
Yeah. So level 6. The guys are level 6. They've leveled up. You know what we do. We have a nice little conversation with them and just find out what that means for them as their characters. And as promised, I'm going to shoot straight over to Mr. Van Saphir. Stuart, tell me about Dweezil and what he'd be doing now.
Hello, Nathan. Dweezil gets a couple of things at level 6. I get universal speech, which is handy. It means I can choose 4 creatures and they can understand me for an hour. But it's once per long rest, or then I have to expend spell slots to use it. So that's pretty cool.
Out of interest, do they have to all speak the same language?
Don't think so.
Like
They can magically understand me.
Yeah, so it must just not matter then. So if you had, for argument's sake, if you had a giant and a I don't know what other creatures don't necessarily speak common, but if you had 4 separate creatures who don't necessarily speak common, I wonder if they can all understand you. Or if you have to all speak the same language. I think I'd work on the basis that if it doesn't explicitly say it, they all understand you regardless of what they can and can't speak. So that's how I'll DM it for you. But just curious. I'll cut you off mid-flow there. What else?
Got a new spell.
Mm-hmm.
Got level 3 spell slots now. Level 3 spells. Gone for Hypnotic Pattern.
What's that do?
It creates a pattern of colours in the air, Nathan, and anyone who sees it gets a bit shit for a bit.
Oh, like disco lights or something.
Basically, it's like mesmerising disco lights. So they get charmed on a failed wisdom save, and they're incapacitated on a speed of 0, just standing there looking at the pretty lights, and then everyone can just run in and bash them on the head.
Lovely, I like that. Pretty. Speaking of pretty, Michael Jameson.
Wow.
Oh, poor Smudger.
Well, I didn't say he wasn't pretty. I didn't actually.
He's going to repeat the same joke.
I will now, Sam. Thanks. Michael Jameson.
Yes.
Quinch.
Hello. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. There's not much to say about Quinch at sixth level. The good news is that I decided to go against my better judgment, and I rolled for hit points. I rolled a D12, and I rolled a 10.
Nice.
So a very nice bump for Quinch. The only thing notable or otherwise is that I've got Mindless Rage, which now means that I can't be charmed nor frightened whilst raging.
So you won't be. You can't be frightened, but you will run away nevertheless.
Well, it will be very interesting to see what effect, if any, this does have on the likelihood of Quinch retreating. Dare I say it? I suspect it will have minimal effect, but it'll be a very interesting one to keep an eye on.
I should have given like a homebrew rage to you by now, where you sort of, because with rage technically it sustains while you're either taking damage or dealing attacks. But obviously, given you run away, I should probably sort of given you a rage that only sustains whilst flying away or something like that.
It's the Keanu Reeves effect from Speed, yeah.
Yeah. Pop quiz hot shot. Speaking of hot shots, Dabov.
Hello.
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm good, Luke. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah. Level 6 is boring as anything for me. I just get expertise, which means I get a stat boost of my proficiency, I think, to 2 more stats. So I went with acrobatics, obviously, because
obviously got a backflip.
Got to get those backflips in and perception as well. And that's pretty much it.
You've got to perceive when the best time is to.
Got to spot my landing. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's all backflip focused this time.
Invaluable. Would you say with those two you've min-maxed Dafoe?
Yeah, definitely. He's very specialised in backflips. That's it. I wish there was something more interesting I could say about level 6, but there really isn't.
No, we talked about it just before we started recording, and level 6 is actually terrible, I think.
Yeah, I mean, now my acrobatics do match my sleight of hand and stealth with a +9 on all the rolls, so I should be flipping and sleight of handing, and no one will see it because I'm so stealthy. So
do you not even get an extra? Do you not even get like an extra spell slot or anything like that because you've gone down that route, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I get another one at level 7.
You definitely get extra spell slots if you don't get more spells.
Right.
Surely.
No. Not looking at this.
Nonsense.
That is mad.
Well, because I'm not really like
not a full
magic user really. So I think I gained one at level 4, and I'll gain another one at level 7, and I'll gain level 2 spell slots at level 7. I think.
Yeah, you do. I'm looking. Yeah, that's literally level 4 to level 6. You're exactly the same.
Mm.
Three first level spell slots and only knowing 4 spells.
Blimey. Yeah, it's slow progress on the magic front, but the rest is all right. My stats are doing all right.
Pathetic little man Daboff is, and continues to be.
Some could say I'm a shit thief.
Oh God, we're still clinging on to that 2 months later. Right. I'm going to go to, if he's ready, I'm going to go to Greg now and Mike Smith, who is, I would say, the most good-looking, handsome, beautiful person on this podcast.
Well, I
see you passed me over for that. Fine.
Oh, he's an honest man. What can he say? Come on. Greg, going up to level 6, he basically gets 1 extra level 3 spell slot. He gets 1 extra level 3 spell, which I will come to in a minute. And I also get a new Sorcerer Origin feat, which is Tides of Chaos.
Oh, yes.
Which basically means that I believe I can re-roll some dice, but I will read into that and let you know. For the level 3 spell that I'm going to go for haste. So basically I can give people +2 on their AC, give them advantage on dexterity throws, and some other stuff as well. So that'd be pretty tasty.
It just means you don't suffer from summoning sickness, doesn't it, haste? Oh no, that's Magic the Gathering, isn't it?
Right, good. I think the benefit
that's everyone.
Yeah, I think the benefit of haste as well, I think, is it gives people an extra attack as well, or an extra action.
I believe it's an action. You know what? I can get it up in front of me and read it for you if you want.
So theoretically, you cast that on 1 or more people. I'm not sure how many it goes to, but yeah, it could mean extra lots of damage being dealt.
It's ironic, isn't it?
Oh, I think it also gives double running speed, Mike, so you can still run away a bit more if you want.
Wow,
ooh, that'd be useful.
He'll be back in Amphel before you know it.
We'll have to do a spin-off podcast for my adventure.
Target speed is doubled, gain a +2 to the AC, has advantage on dexterity saving throws, and gains an additional action on its turn. This action can be used to take an attack, one-handed weapon only, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action.
Yeah.
It's concentration, so I can only use it once, like on one person at a time.
Yeah. Haste is a great little thing. That should be very, very useful. Right. And I've left him to last for a reason.
Here we go, boys.
Sami, talk to me.
So, me and Nate have been working through something. An idea of, with a bit of flair to add to Krill. So what I was doing was I was browsing Reddit, as I do, and I came across a barbarian subclass, and I didn't want to take all of it because obviously I like the totem barbarian, but there was a small section of it that I liked that would add a bit of variety, and would also play well into Krill's backstory of this mixed heritage and this evil in his bloodline that we've always sort of hinted at. And what it was is it's an unstable rage table, which was created by somebody called Venture Press on Reddit. And what essentially means is that when I rage, I then roll a d20, and if I roll less than my proficiency, which at the minute is 3 but it will change, I then roll on this unstable rage table, and there's a massive variety of effects that can potentially happen. And because not all of them fit in with Krill, we've had to adjust some of them, remove some, completely swap some out, or just reflavor some. And essentially, as we eventually get into combat and things like that, we'll see some of them. There might be some that we never see, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, it's quite an exciting sort of chaotic side to combat, and there are some that are positive, but there are some that are really quite detrimental. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's essentially it's sort of a wild magic for barbarians. Essentially,
yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
And as Sam said, like one of them could actually end up having Sam or Krill turning into a bear, completely turning into a bear, and can't turn back.
Wow.
So yeah, theoretically, it could literally write him out of the game to some degree.
Wow.
I'll just sit here and roar for 3 hours every other Monday.
So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Yeah, so hopefully that works. Hopefully it's something different, something to make things a bit more interesting. And yeah, as Sam said, that plays into his backstory. So we'll get into that at some point during the show, during the actual game, hopefully.
Mike Smith, how do you feel about Sam sat there and watched MJ kind of steal his character for the last year and a half, and Sam's reaction to that is to basically steal yours?
I mean, I'm fine with it because I'm multi-classing it as a barbarian next week, so
wouldn't even be mad.
I've always looked at Greg and thought that's a natural barbarian. That old man.
His spindly body does suit it well.
Yeah, exactly. Lovely. Well, that is level 6. That is all the things coming to our characters that you'll be hopefully hearing in the next few years at the rate we're going. So enjoy that, and bye. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button on your favourite podcast app to ensure you don't miss any future instalments of Dice and Desire. And in the meantime, if you want to interact with us, come and find us on Twitter and Instagram @Dice and Desire.